How to gain email subscribers organically. I'm going to go through some tips that are fundamental with you achieving fast growth in your email list. Now, I've had an email list for a while now, and I've grown it to about 9,000 people. Going on 10,000 shortly, but it wasn't easy and it took a long time to do. But here are some tips that will shorten your journey and make it more efficient for you to do. Now, my journey's been long, as I said before, but I've managed to do it organically. And the reason why I've chose to stick with the organic methods is because, yes, you could go other routes. You could buy an email list from someone. You could do paid ads. You could do giveaways. But I found that whenever any of my clients have done any of these methods before in the past, it hasn't always worked out for them the best way in the long run. So basically, from my point of view, I found organic to be the best way of growing your email list for the long run, mainly because the people you get through the organic methods, they are people who have actually decided to join your email list because they want to either be a client or they're interested in your brand and they want to find out more. And I would always advise someone who's serious about growing a brand and a business on a long-term basis to do it organically, mainly because it will teach you the habits and the actual tasks you need to do to sustain the growth for a long time. Now, just to go through some of the other methods that people are using other than organic means, and just to explain to you guys why I've chosen not to go with them. So with paid ads, I find that paid ads work. They work ridiculously well. A lot of people know this, and when they do paid ads themselves, they find that their growth is exponential, but they are getting a load of people into their audience that aren't actually going to buy their product. Now, the main reason this happens is because your ads are basically they're not tailored or honed into your target audience yet. And this takes time to happen, mainly because the ads need to learn about your target audience, and you need to understand who your ideal customer is before you start running them. If you can't convert people organically, all the ads are going to do is amplify the results you already have. And they'll make it so that you can't really convert with a larger audience as well, because at the end of the day, you're targeting the wrong people. You're basically putting a lot of money down the drain for no reason at all. So my advice to every single person who wants to run paid ads is to think of a long-term plan. Understand that paid ads will help you in the long run. But for now, in the short term, try and convert people organically. Learn how to convert people organically, and then you can scale those results with paid ads. If you tried paid ads too soon, you're going to end up wasting your money. Another thing that I've started to notice when it comes to paid ads is a lot of companies that are using paid ads don't actually have a proper social media presence of their own. So what ends up happening is they run an ad, and I don't know about you, but for me, the first thing I do when an ad comes up that I'm interested in, I'll go online and I'll look up all their social medias, their website, basically everything I can find online of them. Because if I'm going to spend my hard-earned money on these brands, on these businesses, I want to know where my money's going. And I'm a little disappointed sometimes when I come across their social media is not really releasing any content based on what they're doing, or their website doesn't actually have a lot of information in terms of how they do or how they get the results they're claiming they get. So what you've done is you put a very nice ad out there that has attracted people like myself to look at the ad, but the ad doesn't really do much, because what it's doing is highlighting how bad your actual social media presence is, or your online presence is for the business. So in the long run, it actually puts me off from becoming a customer. And if you don't want it to be yourself, what you need to do is start focusing on how you're going to convert people organically into your email list, into your following, how you're going to nurture them organically, and then you can scale up the results using paid ads afterwards, because paid ads will amplify the results you're already getting. Next one is giveaways. I really, really like the idea of giveaways, but I find the execution ridiculously sloppy by most companies. Because what happens is you put a prize or an incentive for anyone who actually wants to join your email list or join like your program or something by doing a giveaway. And loads, you get a huge influx of people just joining just to get the incentive. But once the incentive is done, that massive spike of reach, of like massive spike of audience you're going to get out of nowhere will mess up all of your metrics, because these people do not care about your brand. They don't care about your business. They don't care about your product. They cared about the incentive you were going to give them. And now they've got that incentive, they don't need to do anything else. It's the same on social media, really. Like, so I see a load of my clients from like before I started working with them, they would do all of these giveaways with different companies, and they would get a spike. Like, let's say usually they'll get about 20 new followers per day, sometimes 50, and they would have like a certain amount of audience checking out their profile every single day. Let's say about 1,000 people or something. And then when they do these giveaways, they would get like a times 10, times 15 of what they were getting before. And it's great. It's such an amazing feeling knowing loads of people are just following you, and like you feel like you're actually achieving something. But then when the giveaway is done and then no more people are actually signing up to your email list or following you in the social media platforms, what ends up happening is the platform starts to think your content's not really useful anymore. So then your growth starts to stagnate, and it ends up doing more harm to you in the long run, because from your standpoint, you're thinking, okay, my audience has grown a lot, so I have a lot more customers in my prospect pool. But that's not necessarily true if most of the people that have added themselves to your following are not going to check out your content, are not even interested, or are not your ideal audience. All you've managed to do is show your content and show your business to a load of people that are never going to buy from you. And that makes the optics look bad, because in the long run, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be in a much worse position than you were in before. So I cannot stress to you enough, if you are going to do giveaways, make sure the product that you are doing the giveaway for aligns with the incentive you're sending out and aligns with the business that you're actually doing. If these things don't align, what ends up happening is you get an influx of people who aren't actually either ready for your product or do not want anything to do with your product. They just want the incentive you're giving out. But if the incentive is in line with what your product actually does and your business, then you are more likely to get a load of people that will be interested, which is good. Because honestly, there's no point of getting 1,000 to 2,000 new followers or new people into your email list when barely any of them are actually going to buy from you. All you are doing is you're fulfilling the vanity metrics, but you're also making yourself feel really crappy in the end because no one's buying. It makes you feel as if your product doesn't work. And the long-term effects are not worth it. Because what ends up happening is you get a load of unsubscribes when you start emailing these people because they're part of your email list now. You get so many unsubscribes, it makes your email look like your spam account. And then you could actually get blacklisted, which in the long run will damage your email reputation. So it's just not worth doing unless you have an actual strategy or plan behind it. And it's one of the main reasons I tell my clients to stick to organic methods. Like, build a lead magnet that you know your ideal audience wants, and then market that out to people and then get them into your email list. Get the testimonials. After that, you redo everything again. You refine your lead magnet. Then you send it out again. You start advertising it again. You get more people in, get the testimonials, and you go again. It sounds repetitive, but it works. It just works. It may not work as well as you want it to in the beginning, but in the long run, it's just so worth it. I cannot stress to you enough, no, seriously, listen to me. Do not buy an email list from any company. It's just not worth it. No matter what they say this email list is worth, no matter what they're saying this email list has actually produced for them, monetary wise, that email list is worth that to them. It's not worth that to you. All these people on this email list have no idea about your company, your brand, or any of the people in your company. So when you email them, you're just going to be a spammer. It does not help your brand and does not help your business in the long run. So do not do it. I assure you, you'll be wasting your money. I know so many horror stories just from people buying email lists. It just doesn't work in the long run. And I think I touched upon this earlier. When you don't have any kind of social media presence, but you're busy trying to do Facebook ads, Google ads, and everything, all you're doing is inviting people to look you up and then understand that you're not a company that they can get too much proof about, so they're not going to care. And I find it strange when I encounter companies that do this. Like, you have all this money and you want to throw that behind ads because you want quick results, but you don't have enough patience or time or effort to just put a social media post every once in a while out there. You can create the content for the ads, but you can't create content for social media. Social media is important, and especially in this day and age where everyone will look you up like that just because they want to make sure they're not wasting their money. If you see where I'm coming from and you want to learn how to grow your email list the right way, and also learn how I got my email list from 0 to 10,000 in a short space of time, keep watching as I share my 5 top hacks on how to grow your email list organically. Also, stay tuned to the end as I'm going to share with you a resource that helped me grow my email list organically from start to finish that I believe would definitely be able to help you. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one, as there will be bonuses like landing page construction and sales copy templates and more. This will give you the highest chance possible to convert a new visitor into an email subscriber. Now, the first tip I have to give isn't really a big one. It's one of those tips that a lot of people overlook and they think it's not that big of a deal, but it really does matter, and it matters even more now. Make sure your lead magnet name is actually attractive. A lot of people just make up a name for your lead magnet and they don't actually care what it is. So they'll just put something really basic like sales improver or sales templates or sales checklist. That's all great, but we need more of a description. We need something that's going to get people excited and pumped. It needs to be something that draws people in and gets people thinking, I definitely need that for my business. You want to make it so that it's tailored to your ideal audience. So your ideal audience, when they come across it, they're like, oh, this person's speaking to me. They've made this lead magnet to help me. You don't want it to be very generic, because what happens when it's very generic is no one really cares about it because they're thinking it's just for everyone. But if you make it so it's tailored for that one type of person, what ends up happening is when this person sees this lead magnet, the light bulb will go on. And just from the name itself, they're going to be like, I want to find out more. And then they look into it and they're like, this actually sounds like something that can help me. So the name of your lead magnet is very important. My next tip is to separate your audience in your email list based on their behaviors. If this person has added themselves to your email list or your lead magnet through LinkedIn, create a segment for LinkedIn. Or through Instagram, create a segment for Instagram. Or if they've done it through becoming a client of yours, create a segment for clients. Separate these people based on behaviors, and you will know exactly, or you will have a better idea what lead magnet and what product to actually send to these people to convert them. If you try and send the same message out to everyone, I assure you, all you will be doing is shooting yourself in the foot. Because what ends up happening is you're going to send a message to a load of people that the message doesn't really resonate with. I know for a fact the people that follow me on Instagram are not the same as the people who follow me on LinkedIn. I know for a fact also the people who follow me on TikTok are not the same people who follow me on LinkedIn or Instagram as well. Each platform has different types of people in it who really engage with that platform. Understanding how you can actually help each type of person on those platforms will be integral for you growing your email list quickly. Try not to use the same thing everywhere. Here's a really good one. Turn your popular posts into email content. Now, when I say that, look through the posts that you've actually put on any platform. See what people are saying about these posts in the comments and what they've really liked about them. Elaborate more about this information in your email content and use that in your email newsletter or in your outreach. You want to get as much value out of your content as possible. You want to stretch it out. If you continually try and make new content for the sake of making new content, you're not only wasting your time, you're going to stretch yourself too thin. Next tip, show off your testimonials as often as you can. I'm not saying always throw it in people's faces, but if you get a juicy testimonial from, let's say, someone who's added themselves to your email list from Instagram, and you know this is a coach who's like got a certain amount of followers, and because you've been segmenting your email list, you know you've got a group of people like that are already in your email list that are from Instagram, you're gonna want to send this case study to those people because they have a higher likelihood of becoming a client of yours just from seeing that case study. Gone are the days where people can just send out a bunch of emails to a load of people, I keep saying people, a load of other businesses online, and you just get loads of leads coming back to you saying, yeah, I want to work with you. That's totally fine. Business owners want to know that you're on the up and up. They want to understand why you believe you can help them, and they want actual proof of it now. If you send out testimonials that are more relevant to these people and these businesses beforehand, you're already preempting that. And you're actually saving them a lot of time and energy because they'll look at these testimonials and be like, this person obviously knows what they're doing. I'll at least book a call with them. So you'll be growing your email list and at the same time, you'll be getting new clients. And this is just a word of advice. If you are in the habit of constantly requesting testimonials and reviews from your customers, but you don't actually use them, that is just as bad as not having any. You need your prospects to see this stuff in order for it to be effective and useful. If no one sees it, it's pointless. So you make sure you use your testimonials and your reviews. This can be on Trustpilot, your website, it could be on your social media platforms, your emails. There's so many different places you can use them that if you don't use them, you're doing yourself a disservice. And this is one that I don't see many people doing. Add an opt-in link to your email signature. Do you know how many times you send an email every single day? Like, honestly, I have no idea how many emails I send per day, but each email you send to someone, be it a client, be it a friend, be it another business, be it you requesting something from someone, is another opportunity to add that very person to your email list. And if you have an opt-in link in your email signature that says join the email list, or you want to find out more about this certain topic, join the email list, just something really small at the bottom that gives people an option to do that, you're giving these people a potential option to join your email list, which means you aren't working more, but you're already improving the chances of your email list growing. Now, if you just do these small tips, you'll manage to see growth in your email list quite quickly. And there are many more you could still be doing on top of that. So if you are serious about growing your email list, use these tips and see how far you can go. And then come back as I'll have many more tips for you to try afterwards. Now, at this point in the video, you're probably wondering, what other things can you do to improve your inbound email marketing strategy? Now, I've actually got something for you. I've got another video that shows you the 3 top email sequences that you need to have set up if you are serious about improving your email marketing. Just click the video right here and you'll be able to see it now.